Previously, on the practice.
My name is Hannibal Lecter. You plan to argue insanity?
You murdered and ate 3 people, Mr. Lecter.
I didn't kill them. The other man killed them.
What other man?
He has never denied consuming the victims, but it's always the other persona who stabbed the girls.
What do you think?
I don't know. All I am sure of is, as crazy as he may be, he is not stupid.
Hello, Clarice.
Oh, brother.
Does Bobby know
Does he know what?
that you're in love with me?
When you saw these women murdered by this other man,
I gave the police a partial description. I told them where he kills. Instead of persecuting me, you should be looking for him, especially since he's planning to kill Clarice.
I got stabbed 2 years ago. I got stabbed, Bobby. A man stuck a knife into me 3 times. I have never gone back to being okay, no matter how much that you insist that I have.
We find the defendant, Lawrence O'Malley, not guilty.
Thank you, Bobby. Clarice?
Hello? Hello?
What about entrapping him?
we've thought about that. The thing is, it's not like the guy hits off and he's killed 3 girls in 2 years.
What about using me?
Are you crazy?
I'm going crazy, Bobby. The longer he stays out there calling me on the phone...
There's no way to protect you.
So what, I just go to bed every night consoling myself that one day they'll finally get him?
You will not be used as bait for a serial killer.
It wouldn't work anyway, Lindsay. The guy's too smart for that.
Well, come up with something, Helen. I am not going through this again.
What I'd like to do is get him civilly committed.
Can you?
It'll be tough, especially since he was acquitted, but we can try. Lindsay, I need you to testify against him to help convince the judge he's nuts.
Fine. Time and place, I'll be there.
We'll pick him up tomorrow, but again, it's a real long shot.
Just get him. And if he resists, shoot him.
What do you mean it's lost?
The findings aren't lost, just the rape kit itself.
Who lost it?
We don't know.
We thought it had been sent to our lab, and we were waiting for the results. We called them again today, and they told us they never even received it.
Do your storage records show it was sent out?
No.
Your Honor, since we were not afforded the opportunity to conduct our own tests, the DNA evidence has to be excluded.
You can cross our technicians.
It's not the same as doing our own test, and you know it.
I can't let it in, Miss Gamble.
Your Honor, they weren't even serious about doing their own test. Why did they wait to the eve of this trial?
We're serious about it now.
This is amusing to you, Eugene?
Counsel, if they didn't get access, the DNA evidence is excluded.
So what that mean?
It means their whole case now is the victim's ID.
Let's not get cocky. At probable cause, she was pretty convincing.
But at least now they're offering a plea.
Yeah, what is it?
15 years.
Oh, no way, man.
Third strike, Jerry. If convicted, you get life.
All right, look. I got a twin brother. Suppose we put him at the table, let her identify him. That's reasonable doubt.
We can't do that.
Rape victims supposed to be shaky. That's what I hear. Let's go to trial. And Eugene, don't hold back on this bitch.
You lost the evidence? Callie, we can still win. How? Well, right now it comes down to your word, which is very compelling. You don't look so sure, Helen. Look, I'm completely prepared to go forward, but I'm also prepared to go back and offer 8 years if you think... 8? It's a conviction. It takes him off the streets. Besides, a trial could be very unpleasant. 8 is not an option. Not for what he did to me. Okay. I'll see you in the courtroom, Division 3. Okay.
You get him yet?
Noon. I'm going on the ride personally to make sure things aren't any more unconstitutional than necessary.
Helen, is it possible to do this without Lindsay testifying? She's not in very good shape.
Bobby, even with Lindsay, this is a long shot. We need her to say how afraid she is of this guy. Otherwise...
Anything he said to her, I was there for. I can provide...
We need her. Look, I'm not gonna bother picking him up if I can't count on her.
I was opening my apartment door, and as I opened it, I was suddenly shoved inside and then knocked to the floor.
Do you see the person today who knocked you to the floor?
Him. The defendant.
Are you sure this is the man, Miss Fairbanks?
I'm positive that's him.
What happened next?
He closed the door, and he told me if I screamed, he would kill me. He then pulled his pants down, and he started to climb on top of me. He pushed my skirt up, and I tried to get free, and that's when he punched me.
Where?
In the face. I took my key, and I tried to gouge him. I got him behind the ear. And then he hit me 3 or 4 times, and I kind of lost consciousness. And the next thing I was aware of, he was ramming himself into me.
Are you absolutely sure this is the man who raped you on the evening of March 11th?
I am absolutely sure. I have nightmares about his face. I try to get his face out of my mind, but I can't. That's him. That's the man who raped me.
Thank you.
When the police arrived, you said you could not approximate the suspect's height or build.
I saw his face very clearly.
You said he had no facial hair. At the time of my client's arrest, he had a mustache.
I evidently didn't see the mustache, but I saw his eyes and I recognized them.
You told the police you gouged him behind the ear, drawing blood. Are you aware that they found no scratches or marks on my client?
I thought I drew blood, but the blood on my hand and key turned out to be my own, I guess.
You guess. Did you describe for the police the clothing the assailant was wearing?
No.
You were knocked unconscious during the attack, is that right?
After the rape. I was conscious during the attack.
Well, you testified when he punched you 3 or 4 times before the rape, you kind of lost consciousness. Are you now changing that testimony?
I kind of lost consciousness, but I was conscious for the rape and I saw his face exactly.
Except for the mustache.
Yes.
When you were suddenly grabbed and dragged into your apartment, did you go into a little shock?
If you're asking, did it compromise my capacity to observe this?
No. I'm asking, did you go into a little shock?
Yes.
Compromise your capacity to observe, that's legal terminology. Are you a lawyer?
No.
Those were your own words. Compromise your capacity to observe. Did Ms. Gamble use that term with you?
Objection.
Sustained.
Did the district attorney have concerns about your capacity to observe?
Objection.
Sustained.
Thank you, Miss Fairbanks.
I gotta get back. If he doesn't come out soon.
Between 12 and 12:30 every day like clockwork. He'll be out. If this goes before Judge Cook,
It's not gonna go before Judge Cook. His expert witness doctor said Stress and anger would make the other man emerge. Maybe he'll wig out, give us something we can use.
Are you telling me we should rough him up?
Oh, God, no. This has got to go clean. We're on shaky ground as it is. I'll try to bait him a little, see what I can get.
There. Okay, move in.
Police! Lawrence O'Malley, stop!
Mr. O'Malley, you need to come with us, please.
What's going on?
We want to check your cholesterol. You've been eating too much red meat. You remember me, Hannibal? Didn't we have relations? We're gonna have relations now. You're going for a nice little stay to the Rubber Room Lodge.
I was acquitted.
Oh, I must be looking for the other man. Why don't you send him out so I can talk to him?
Do you think I'm an idiot?
I can see from your expression I've pissed you off. Those other girls pissed you off, didn't they, Hannibal? It's time for the other man to come out and take care of business.
I need to call my lawyer.
Take him.
Helen's not handling it?
She's in trial, plus she could be a witness, so...
Who's doing it?
State Attorney Michael Scannell. Helen says he's good. Lindsay, I think you need to see somebody.
See somebody? A shrink?
Yeah.
What, it's unhealthy for me to be on edge?
Of course not. Which is why you need to talk to...
I'm talking to you.
Lindsay, you are the most rock-steady person I have ever met. But right now, you really feel on the verge of a breakdown. And I'm worried. I'm gonna get some references. And then maybe we can see somebody.
Sure.
I was at home.
All night?
After 6 o'clock. I got to be at work at 5 a.m., so I don't go out on weeknights.
Well, Mr. Cochran, it seems
Sidebar, Your Honor. I'm sorry, the inadmissibility of the DNA evidence aside, Mr. Berluti knows what the results are, which means he knows the witness is lying here.
I do not know those results to be accurate. That's why we wanted to do our own test, which we couldn't since the Commonwealth lost a rape kit.
Oh, come on.
Our client claims he was home alone. I do not know that claim to be false, and I'm entitled to put him up here to tell his story. Mr. Berluti, you're full of crap. Technically, I can't stop you. Step back. Mr. Cochran, you sat here this morning and heard Miss Fairbanks identify you as the person who raped her.
She got it wrong. Look, I'm no saint, but I don't rape people. You got it wrong.
Objection.
Don't address the victim, sir.
I didn't do it. As God is my witness, I'm innocent of this.
You held up a convenience store with a gun 6 years ago. Was God your witness that night?
I already said I ain't no saint, but I don't rape.
But you are a convicted armed robber.
Yeah.
Mr. Cochran, have you ever been convicted of assaulting a woman?
Yes.
And Mr. Cochran, do you go to a bar known as Jasper's?
Sometime.
Sometimes. Well, if I have witnesses that would say you frequent it 2 to 3 times a week, would they be lying?
I go there sometime for a beer.
Weeknights.
Yeah, but I go home early.
So your testimony that you don't go out weeknights, that wasn't accurate, was it?
I should have said I don't stay out late on weeknights.
I see, and this particular weeknight, you didn't go out to Jasper's at all, did you?
No, I was at home.
Straight home where you were seen by whom?
Nobody. I was at home alone, like I said.
So the only person who saw you that night was Callie Fairbanks.
No, she got it wrong.
Oh, she got it wrong.
Objection?
Yes, she did.
Overruled.
You raped her, almost killed her.
Objection.
Sustained.
Now you're lying about it.
I'm not lying.
I see. You beat up women. You're an armed robber, but you're not a rapist. You go out several nights a week to Jasper's, but the night Callie Fairbanks was raped, you just happened to be home alone. That's your testimony.
Yes. I don't rape. You didn't protect me.
Jerry?
You let her go off on me.
Calm down.
You're pulling punches in there, Eugene.
I didn't pull no punches in there, and I'm not pulling them with you. We gotta plead this out.
What?
Jerry, if we lose here, your third strike, you're gone for good. It's too risky not to think about pleading.
Okay. Okay. I got a twin brother. He gonna pay you a visit.
Why?
Because he is. You just listen to what he got to say.
Your Honor, this is an outrage. Lawrence O'Malley was acquitted. The state doesn't like that result, so they're seeking to lock him up civilly. It's a blatant end around double jeopardy, not to mention the Constitution, and it offends every notion of justice.
This isn't about locking him up for a crime.
Yes, it is. And don't offend my intelligence or the integrity of this court by pretending that...
If Ms. McConicle could climb down from her soapbox for a second...
I have every right to be on a soapbox. This is a despicable abuse of police power.
I'm inclined to agree, Mr. Scannell. You lose at the criminal proceeding, so you simply try to incarcerate him civilly. That doesn't violate double jeopardy?
He was acquitted of murder. He nevertheless professes to be Hannibal Lecter. He eats people. Now, how can this court, or any government institution that purports to safeguard the public, allow him to just...
Has he threatened anybody?
Yes. His own former lawyers are afraid of him. They're here to give testimony.
Let them get restraining orders if they feel...
It's not that simple. Your client is sick.
So let's help get him treatment then. You're seeking to throw him into an asylum and lock him up.
All right, look. It smells pretty bad, Mr. Scannell. The government didn't even try this with O.J.
I'd like you to hear from Lindsay Dole, Your Honor. And perhaps from some of Mr. O'Malley's own doctors.
Those doctors were hired by the lawyers for the purpose of building an insanity defense.
Okay, Ms. McConicle, the court notes your outrage. Mr. Scannell, I am not leaning your way. But I'll let you call your witnesses. 9 o'clock tomorrow. Until then, Mr. O'Malley stays in custody. We are adjourned.
Clarice?
Lawrence.
What are you doing, Clarice?
Come on, Lawrence, don't talk to her.
All right, sir.
You were with your brother?
Not for the entire evening, but I was at his apartment from about 8:30 to 10.
That's kind of convenient.
If it is true, why have you waited until now to come forward? Why didn't your brother tell us this?
I'm an oncologist, Mr. Young. I have a fairly distinguished career. I have a family. If I were to testify in this trial, I'm afraid the public association would... My brother was respecting my wishes, but he now tells me that he could lose. And in good conscience, I can no longer stay silent.
You close to your brother?
Yes, I am.
And you're asking us to believe you sat quiet on an alibi because being associated with your brother would hurt your career?
That's correct.
And that your brother was willing to let you stay quiet and face life in prison rather than blemish your career? Wow.
I was at his apartment between 8:30 and 10.
We can't put somebody up there to commit perjury, Dr. Cochran.
I won't be committing perjury, Mr. Beluti. I was with my brother from 8:30 to 10.
Your brother's semen was found in the victim. The DNA proves it.
I'm told the DNA is inadmissible and possibly inaccurate.
We're not going to call you.
Why?
Why? Because if it looks like you're lying, which it will, that'll hurt him.
Well, I'm not a lawyer, Mr. Young. But it seems to me if a witness comes forth with exculpatory evidence, evidence which you cannot establish as being false. And if the client directs you to call that witness, it would be grounds for malpractice for you not to do so. Now, would you like to prep my testimony? Or shall I just meet you at the courthouse?
He would talk about the book of Genesis and how by eating the women, he would become one with them and he could take them to heaven.
Mr. O'Malley said that.
Yes. And he'd say how he'd make sure that I'd go to heaven.
And you interpreted that to mean?
I was going to die. And I didn't have to interpret. He said so. He said the other man was going to get me.
In the course of your representation of Mr. O'Malley, did you form a lay opinion as to his mental health?
He's sick and he's dangerous. He murders.
Objection. Mr. O'Malley was cleared of all charges of murder.
He's a cannibal. He thinks he's Hannibal Lecter, for God's sake. He goes after women, and he has made it clear that he is coming after me. He should be locked up.
Ms. Dole, clearly, you recognize how unusual this is for a lawyer to be giving testimony against a former client.
Yes. But I consider this man to pose an extreme risk to the public. And I suppose particularly to me, because he consumes women he has a relationship with. He seems to believe he has one with me.
Thank you, Ms. Dole.
Why are you doing this?
Mr. O'Malley, please take your seat.
Your Honor, I'd prefer to ask the questions myself.
I don't recommend that. And since you have a lawyer here...
My lawyer doesn't know the witness. I do. And I believe it's the right of the accused to confront my accuser.
That's for criminal proceedings. This is a civil matter. Again, I will ask you to please sit.
During the course of your representation, at any time did you seek police protection?
I didn't have to then. He was in custody wearing a muzzle. Now he's not.
Well, upon the reading of the verdict, he was released from custody in your presence. Did you protest?
I should have.
But you didn't. He walked out of the courtroom while you watched silently, isn't that right?
I think I was a little stunned by the not guilty verdict.
Did anything happen since he was released to make you scared?
I got a phone call.
From Mr. O'Malley?
I believe it was him, yes.
Well, did he identify himself?
No. There was silence and then a hang-up.
Well, why do you believe it was my client?
I just do.
You just do. Anything else happened since the verdict?
No.
No. So we're here because you got an anonymous call you think came from Mr. O'Malley. Did you go to the police after you got this phone call?
I went to Helen Gamble.
Helen Gamble. And she took care of getting my client picked up. Is that correct?
Yes.
She's a close friend. You and Ms. Gamble even used to be roommates, didn't you?
Yes.
Thank you.
It's a little difficult to believe, sir, that you'd wait till now to come forward.
I realize that. All I can say is I had my reasons. The important thing is I'm here now.
So you went to your brother's home around 8:30?
Yes. We talked for a while, maybe an hour or so, and then I left.
After an hour or so?
Yes. It was on my way home that I first saw her.
Saw who?
Her. She was going into her apartment building.
Wait a second. You also saw Miss Fairbanks that night?
Yes.
You didn't tell me this.
Well, it's a little difficult to just come out with something like that. I'm still not sure I can.
Come out with what?
That it was me. That I was the one who raped her.
Your Honor,
We're gonna take a short recess. Council, chambers.
What? You think I knew that was coming?
What exactly did he tell you he planned to say?
Just that he was with his brother. Obviously, he didn't tell me what he really planned to say because he feared I wouldn't put him up there if I knew.
Miss Gamble, you can either cross him now or I'll continue the case and let you investigate. Your call.
I'd like to be able to argue that the defendant was facing the three-strike law.
What?
Goes to bias. It explains why his brother would lie for him, since he's facing life imprisonment.
I can't let you argue that, Miss Gamble, and you know it.
So you just drove by, saw the victim, raped her.
Yes.
Ever rape anyone else?
No.
Ever commit a crime before?
No.
You're an oncologist, Dr. Cochran?
Yes.
How much money do you make annually?
A little over $300,000.
Family?
It's because I have a family, because I have a career.
That's why you raped her.
It's why when my brother was arrested, he stayed silent. He was prepared to let himself be prosecuted for something he didn't do, because he didn't want me to lose all I had.
Oh, I see. So he was happy to go to prison for a crime you committed.
Yes.
Well, he must really love you.
He does. He also knows what this will do to our parents. I was the one who made it. The one who finally made the family proud. He decided he'd sacrifice himself.
So you said to yourself, sounds good.
I tried to go along with it for the same reasons, but ultimately I couldn't. That's why I'm here today, to tell the truth.
So, Doctor, you know, once your brother is acquitted, double jeopardy applies and he can never be retried, right?
I'm not a lawyer.
You're not a lawyer. Is it your testimony that you don't know once your brother is acquitted, he can never be retried?
I know what double jeopardy is.
So, if he's acquitted and you get arrested, he can testify at your trial that he did it.
Objection.
Overruled. My brother is innocent. I'm the one who did it.
I don't like being played for a fool, Doctor.
If I told you what I planned to say, would you have called me to testify?
If it's the truth, yes.
You don't know what the truth is, okay?
Well, the jury's gonna know what the truth is, and I'm telling you better be ready.
You just explain it, counsel. Me and my brother love each other. I was willing to get arrested for rape rather than let his career get wrecked. And when it looked like I might get convicted, he came forward to say what happened. That was our plan. Now, you just sell that, counsel. Because for all you know, it could be the truth.
I know it isn't the truth. That's why
You
I'm trying to...
just sell it.
What's going on? First the DNA and now the twin? Is he going to get off?
I hope not. I'm so sorry.
This man is in need of serious and immediate help. Stand up, Mr. O'Malley. You eat people?
Only dead ones, Your Honor. I would never harm a living soul. Never.
Can you appreciate how sick it is for you to consume human flesh?
No one's complained from PETA.
You think this is funny, sir?
Your Honor, I was forced to stand trial for 3 murders I did not commit. I lost my job and will likely never get it back. I've had to sit in a courtroom listening to people calling me a monster. Allow me to find some gallows humor where I can.
I don't have to allow you a damn thing. And if this were truly a civil commitment hearing, I would throw you in the deepest of holes. But this isn't that, Mr. Scannell. It's a pretext. The Commonwealth failed at the criminal trial, so you're trying to take another whack. It violates double jeopardy. It insults the very system we're sworn to uphold. And if I were to ever let you get away with it, the DAs would be lined up outside my courtroom door. The petition is denied. I am enjoining Mr. O'Malley from going within 500 yards of Ms. Dole. Better pay attention to that, sir. We're adjourned.
Are you crazy?
Lindsay.
He's a serial killer, for God's sake.
As a matter of law, he isn't, Ms. Dole. He was acquitted.
Why didn't you take more witnesses? Call the doctors.
Lindsay.
Let go of me. What happens if he kills again?
We're adjourned.
What's wrong with you? You wear the robe to protect the public.
And I wear it to protect the integrity of this room, Ms. Dole. I have made my ruling. I would advise you strongly to end it right now.
Lindsay, come on.
Why didn't you call the doctors?
It wouldn't have mattered.
Of course it would have mattered. They would have testified that he's insane.
His lawyers would have asked why they didn't initiate commitment proceedings.
We at least got a restraining order if he tries to pull anything.
Yeah.
Come near me, I'll kill you.
Let's go.
We all know what is going to happen next. If you acquit, double jeopardy will reattach, and the defendant can never be retried. What he can do is take the stand at the doctor's rape trial, say he did it, and gift wrap reasonable doubt for the doctor. Why would these brothers resort to something so desperate? Because the victim saw the man that raped her. She positively identified the defendant as being that man. And the defendant had no alibi. This grand stunt was all they had. Never mind how ridiculous. The evil twin comes forward under oath to say, "It was me." That woman was raped, almost killed. This is what the defendant did to her. This isn't a game of strategy and tricks and antics. She was raped. I've tried many cases, and every time I have asked the jury to follow the evidence, which I will do again here. But for the very first time, I am going to ask the 12 of you to follow your hearts. I believe most people are fundamentally moral. And I don't think it's wrong for you to let conscience be one of your guides as you go back to that deliberating room. We all know who committed this crime. We know the brother is lying to save him. A woman was raped.
Let conscience be your guide. This country has never trusted conscience as a directional, and why should we? In Washington, even our most noble politicians sell their opinions to special interest groups. They have to. Without money, you can't get elected. Read the papers lately? You think the Catholic Church is guided by conscience? It's exactly because we don't trust society to act out of conscience that we've declared ourselves a nation of laws. Laws. We must follow the law. Laws are what we have to prevent anarchy, and they should be. Suicide bombers act out of conscience, for God's sake. In America, we go for the law. In the criminal justice system, the law mandates that in order to convict, you must find the accused guilty beyond all reasonable doubt. You can't do that here. The prosecution's entire case is the victim's ID, an ID which is highly suspect. She had no idea how tall he was. She said the man had no facial hair. My client had a mustache. She was admittedly in and out of consciousness while forming her observation, and she was also in shock. Can we trust what she thinks she saw? Beyond all reasonable doubt? Add to that, another man has come forward confessing to the crime. The DA may not believe him. You might not believe him. Could be nothing more than brotherly love. But that confession stands unrefuted. Unrefuted. Even the victim can't contradict it because that man looks just like this man, the one she described. Follow the law. But even your conscience has to tell you here, there's reasonable doubt.
Obviously, if the guy should ever show up here, just call the police.
Okay. Where is Lindsay?
She's in my office. I'm gonna take her home.
Danny, I'm doing well, could you make her take a couple of days off?
I'm trying, believe me.
I can't believe this man is on the street.
That was Eugene. The jury was out 11 minutes.
And they have a verdict?
They just got called back in.
Will the defendant please rise? Mr. Foreman, has the jury reached a verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Jerry Cochran. On the charge of aggravated rape, we find the defendant, Jerry Cochran, guilty.
Mr. Cochran, you have been convicted by a jury of your peers. Security, take the defendant into custody. This matter is now adjourned.
We'll review whatever grounds we have and let you know if there are any possible appeals.
Okay.
Thank you.
Is there a chance for appeal?
I don't know.
An 11-minute deliberation. It could be good for something. It's worth raising.
We'll see what we can figure out.
Dr. Cochran, I'd cancel your appointments for the afternoon. I'll be sending officers to arrest you for perjury. You made a big mistake.
They can't get me on that, can they?
You lied under oath.
But how can they prove it? I can just keep telling them I did it.
That DNA evidence, it couldn't be used against your brother, but it can be used against you to prove you lied.
Mr. Young, Jerry and I are identical twins. We have the same DNA.
Still, that story's a little tough to swallow.
Well, if we really get desperate, I can just show them the scar where she gouged me with the key. My brother tried to tell you. You don't know what the truth is.
Boy, Waldo Lydecker to see Miss Laura Hunt.
You finally went out after.
I have something to say to you.
Or not.
I wish to point out that you caught me in my most difficult moment. Ordinarily, I am not without a heart.
Really?
Shall I produce X-ray pictures to prove it?
We need to talk, Clarice.
There's a restraining order. You just screwed up.
Please, don't. 30 seconds, then I'll go. I swear.
Bobby! Yes, this is an emergency. There's an intruder in my house.
What's wrong?
His name is Lawrence
I
O'Malley.
promise, I'm not here to cause anybody any harm. I just need to talk to her, please.
The police are coming.
Just tell me why you betrayed me, Clarice. I need to know.
Get out before I throw you out.
You might get hurt.
Who are you?
You know who I am. You're in danger, Clarice. He is coming for you.
Get out!
Only I can save you.
You got 2 seconds before I throw you out!
You'll go to heaven, and I will take you there myself.
Know what? Why don't you go on ahead without me?
Lindsay!
I told you. I wasn't gonna go through it again. Previously on the practice.
My name is Hannibal Lecter. You plan to argue insanity?
You murdered and ate 3 people, Mr. Lecter.
I didn't kill them. The other man killed them.
He has never denied consuming the victims, but it's always the other persona who stabbed the girls.
Hello, Clarice. Does Bobby know
Does he know what?
that you're in love with me?
Instead of persecuting me, you should be looking for him, especially since he's planning to kill Clarice.
I got stabbed 2 years ago. A man stuck a knife into me 3 times. I have never gone back to being okay, no matter how much that you insist that I have.
We find the defendant, Lawrence O'Malley, not guilty.
What I'd like to do is get him civilly committed. I need you to testify against him.
Just get him. And if he resists, shoot him. He's a cannibal, and he has made it clear that he is coming after me.
The petition is denied.
Come near me, I'll kill you.
You'll go to heaven, and I will take you there myself.
Why don't you go on ahead without me?
Lindsay!
I told you, I wasn't gonna go through it again.
Is this an emergency?
Yes, it is. A man has been shot. It may be fatal. My name is Robert Donald.
Slow down, sir.
I'm not speaking very fast, ma'am. The address is 1312 Beacon Street.
There's a gunshot victim?
Yes. We need an ambulance right away at 1312 Beacon.
And who shot the man?
A man has been shot. Please get an ambulance to 1312 Beacon.
Is he dead?
I think so.
Did I kill him?
O'Malley, 3 shots.
Where are they?
In the bedroom. There's an army in there.
What happened?
We need a few minutes, please.
This room is considered part of the crime scene. The police will need to come in.
No crime was committed. Please give us 2 minutes and we'll be out. Okay, there is no way you talk.
Whoa. I know conventional wisdom says don't talk, but here, given our relationship with Helen...
Helen can't cut this off.
Look, this is exactly the kind of scenario where the conclusion tends to follow the assumption. If we don't cooperate, the assumption will be possible murder.
The man was unarmed, 3 gunshots. They're gonna be thinking crime.
Possibly. And if we don't talk, definitely.
Everybody shut up!
This is what we're gonna do. She's in some shock. She needs medical attention. We need to get her to a doctor now. That'll give us some time. We can take this time and go over what we'll give them. Are we clear? I'll get you admitted to the hospital. You'll stay there tonight, Bobby. You'll stay with her. We'll have your clothes sent. When you check out tomorrow, you come directly to the office. I'll have security at your room. Other than the doctor, you'll talk to nobody. Now, say absolutely nothing on our way out. I'll talk with Walsh. Walk right out. Don't even break stride. Eleanor, you and Jimmy stay behind till they kick you out. We need some ears in the room to get a sense of what they're thinking. Let's go. Lindsay's in no shape to talk right now. She needs medical attention. We're gonna get her to a doctor.
Well, could we just ask?
She's in some shock. We can try to set something up for tomorrow. Come on.
Were you here when it happened, Bobby?
I need to be with Lindsay.
Manslaughter?
We should consider it.
Consider it? Consider this. They got no body. You can't prove no slaughter without the man.
Rodney, they can prove murder without a body. I don't want to have to tell you that again. They found remnants of her in your car.
Well, pet the pud then for luck. We need...
Nor do I want to tell you again to stop asking me to pet the pud.
Sucky. Gimme.
Rodney, I will get off this case right now. I swear I'm sick of it.
No plea. We're gonna win this thing, Beck. You, me, and Pugsley. We're a team. Now, come on, let's go.
You don't remember shooting him at all?
No. I remember he said the thing about me going to heaven. And then then I was in my room. And I went to the door to look out. Bobby was calling the police. O'Malley was on the floor.
The press is already calling. I assume we have no comment.
None for now.
Public opinion could sway the decision to indict. We should probably issue something.
You learned anything last night?
Pretty tight-lipped. Helen said they'd probably be open to self-defense, but Lindsay's got to give them a statement.
Where are we?
No decisions have been made yet.
Let's get everybody in the conference room. Where's Rebecca?
She's in trial.
After impounding the vehicle, we did an inventory search. We found some blood in the trunk.
Did you do any DNA testing?
We did. It was an exact genetic match to the victim, Nancy Connell.
What else did you find?
Also in the trunk, a hammer with dried blood and hair on the head.
And sir, were you able to determine who owned this vehicle?
It was registered to the defendant.
Thank you. And at some point you located the defendant?
Yes, he was arrested trying to purchase merchandise with a stolen credit card.
Whose credit card?
The victim's, Nancy Connell.
You say the victim. Was any victim ever found?
No, we never found her, but the blood on the hammer indicates...
Thank you. Any witness ever placed Nancy Connell with my client?
No.
You really can't move this idiot.
He says he'll accept trespassing. Don't look at me. I can't even get him to take it seriously. He keeps demanding I pet his pud.
How's Lindsay?
Not good. What's gonna happen?
I'm not really in the loop. Walsh has it.
That can't be a good sign.
It isn't.
Miss Gamble?
I'll see you back in there.
Okay.
You wanted to see us?
Yes. The defendant may be taking the stand. I'm not sure you're gonna want to be there for that. I don't know what he might say about your daughter.
We've prepared ourselves. We choose to be there.
Well, even so...
We choose to be there.
I still say don't talk.
In which case, they'll arrest me.
Lindsay, the likelihood is that there's going to be an arrest here.
Why? He was a serial killer, violating his TRO.
He had no gun.
She didn't know that.
His pattern was to kill by knife, Bobby. She knew that.
All I knew is that he had come to my house and he wouldn't leave.
Let's dial it back. If they don't have enough to indict, rule of thumb, we don't talk.
But they do, Eugene, unless they exercise discretion not to. And the only way they're ever going to exercise that discretion is if Bobby and I give them a statement.
I'd agree if the goal here is to avoid arrest, but that may not be a reasonable goal.
Exactly. We should be thinking trial, how to win at trial. And in that case, we give them nothing.
Wait a second. You all just heard her story. What is she going to say that could hurt us at trial?
What? It's your version that concerns me.
My version?
What you said she said before she fired. He made the crack about heaven. Lindsay said, you go on ahead without me. That sounds a little too clever, reflective even.
Look, a cannibal showed up at my door, entered the premises. He had made threats about killing me before. No jury is going to convict me for defending myself, and the prosecution isn't going to waste time trying a case they can't win.
Lindsay...
I am not standing trial for murder. We need to squash this thing now, and if I have to talk to do that, then I'm going to talk.
What if you say something that...
I won't! I know the drill, Eugene.
We might want to argue diminished capacity, and we don't need detective testifying. Gee, she seemed to know the drill.
My state of mind today doesn't bear on what it was yesterday.
Even so...
If I don't talk, they'll arrest me. It's my decision. I want to give them a statement.
Bobby, my office, please. She's in no place to be making decisions if she's that emotional.
Eugene...
And neither are you if you can't see that. I have half a mind to get her judged incompetent.
What she's saying isn't necessarily wrong, Eugene.
If she's screaming it, I have to question where it's coming from.
I agree. It's a close call. But I think we should cooperate.
If we do this, it's under my control. If I don't like what I'm hearing, I'm shutting it down.
Okay.
I just left Helen. Walsh has the case. She thinks if there's any noise, he'll indict to protect his ass. She also thinks you guys have to say something. Otherwise, you give them no choice.
We've decided to talk.
Okay.
Bobby? Are you sure?
Set it up.
We all, of course, stand united in our support of Lindsay Dole. It's always tragic when there's a loss of human life, but in this situation, Lindsay was defending her own life. As you know, this office tried to get Mr. O'Malley civilly committed. We regarded him as a danger to himself, to others, and especially to Lindsay, since he had repeatedly threatened her.
Eleanor, is there a reason she won't speak to police about what happened?
The only reason was medical. Lindsay was naturally suffering from some shock and was taken to a hospital. She plans to fully cooperate with this investigation. In fact, members of this office are arranging for her to meet with police as we speak.
If you tell me to kiss Pugsley one more time, I'll file a motion to withdraw.
Rebecca.
Stop touching yourself.
It's a problem, okay? One doctor told me I could cut back if I got others to touch it. So
That's it.
Oh, come on. No judge is gonna let you off middle of trial. Like I'm the first client ever asked you to lick his chopper. Huh? Do I testify or not?
If you don't testify, the victim's blood in your car, your prints on the hammer, her blood and hair on the hammer, all that goes unanswered. You do testify, your record can be introduced. There are risks either way, Rodney.
Well, I think the jury has to hear from me. They don't get to hear about the other, right?
The other murder, rape, no. Since you were acquitted, that can't come in.
Excellent. I'll testify.
Anything she said to her husband, out of bounds, marital communication. Anything she said to us, out of bounds, lawyer-client. Anything she said to her doctor, out of bounds, privileged.
Can we ask her her name?
Look, she doesn't have to talk at all.
We can arrest her right now, whether she talks or not.
Well, why haven't you?
Would you like us to?
All right. We're here to cooperate.
Bring her in.
No. You talk to her at our firm.
Why?
Because that's the way it has to be.
Eugene and Jimmy just called. Walsh agreed to meet here under our control. They'll no doubt want separate statements from us, sequestered from each other.
Just tell them he was coming toward me when I fired.
He wasn't.
Bobby, in my mind, which is what's relevant...
Lindsay, let's get something very straight. If we lie and they catch us in a lie, you're dead. The truth supports you here. You were in fear for your life. You just say what you saw and remember, nothing more.
But if they think I executed him, they'll arrest me. Did I execute him?
I think you snapped.
Are you going to tell them what I said right before I fired?
No.
I think we should say that he was coming for me.
Lindsay.
I threatened him in the courtroom.
That doesn't
People
mean...
heard me say that I'd kill him.
Hold on.
You hold on. You're not the one they might arrest.
You need to calm down.
I won't calm down.
Shut up! Just shut up! Now listen to me. Forensics will show whether the guy was moving. They'll be able to piece together everything that happened. Don't even think about trying to change the facts. And beyond this trial, if there is a trial, you're a wife and a mother. You will never survive this emotionally if you try to lie or cover it up. Lindsay, you did nothing wrong here. You were under extreme stress, oppression. You snapped. That's what happened. That's what we say happened.
Why can't I even remember it?
I don't deny being with her. I met her all right. She met me, my family, Pugsley.
She met your family?
Well, she would if I had one. Orphan at 9.
How did you meet Nancy Connell, Rodney?
Well, I was driving home. It was late, and I saw this man assaulting her.
Where?
Side of the road in Newton. I get out to help her, and this guy, he's swinging his hammer at her, so I did this kind of body block on him, knocked him over. He took off. I helped her, and her head was bleeding a little bit. You know, other than that, she was okay. We ended up going back to my place. She spent the night. Next morning, I wake up. She's gone. My car is gone. I figure, she must have stole it or something. Next thing I know, I'm being arrested for killing her, which I never did.
You just came across her one night while another man was hitting her on the head with a hammer.
Yes, ma'am.
And you saved her.
Yes, ma'am.
You also saved the hammer.
I threw it in the trunk, yeah.
You didn't call the police to report the assault.
She didn't want that.
Why? Did she know him?
She didn't say.
Well, surely you discussed this other man.
I don't think we did.
She's being attacked with a hammer. You don't ask what it's about or who this guy is. You just take her back to your place.
Well, to be honest, the only thing I was interested in was introducing her to Pugsley.
Who's Pugsley?
My penis.
Did you have sexual relations with Nancy Connell?
Yes.
And the next morning when you woke up...
Gone. It's happened to me before.
Really? Do they always steal your car?
No.
Why didn't you report your car as stolen, Mr. Edsel?
Had drugs in it. Didn't want to get arrested.
Well, the police didn't find any drugs. They did find the murder weapon, and they did find Nancy Connell's blood and hair.
Well, the police probably stole the drugs. They do that. And her blood must have come from the hammer.
Several witnesses heard Lindsay Dole threaten to kill Mr. O'Malley in court yesterday. Thus far, no charges have been filed, but police investigators are in the building behind me, listening to what Lindsay Dole has to say.
Did you know it was him when you opened the door?
It ran through my mind. It could be him. I thought the likelihood is it isn't. But I thought it could be. But I wasn't going to spend the rest of my life afraid to open my front door, so I opened it. And when it was him, I just backed up, and I called Bobby, and I called the police.
Right away?
Yes.
Where was Bobby?
I was in the bedroom checking on our son. When she screamed, I ran out. O'Malley was there.
In the house?
Just inside the front door, yes.
What was Lindsay doing?
She was calling the police.
And Mr. O'Malley, he was just standing there?
He was saying, "Why did you betray me, Clarice?" Bobby kept telling him to get out, threatened to throw him out, and that's when he threatened Bobby.
What'd he say to Bobby?
He just looked at me and said, "You might get hurt." It was at this point his other persona seemed to come out.
How could you tell?
He just suddenly looked mad, crazy. Bobby kept going, "Who are you? Who are you?" Then he looks at me.
Bobby?
No, O'Malley, and he said, "You're going to heaven. I'm taking you to heaven." Looked like he planned to kill me right then.
And what happened?
That's the last thing I really remember. I heard Bobby calling the police, saying a man had been shot. And I thought to myself, oh my God, maybe it was me who shot him.
Come on, I nailed it. Give it up.
You didn't nail it, Rodney. That testimony was laughable. You think the jury's going to believe you just happened upon her being hit with a hammer?
Reasonable doubt.
You need to think seriously about taking manslaughter because that little performance...
They have no body. They got no witnesses to contradict me. That is reasonable doubt, and you argue it. You got that?
I don't have to do anything. Look, you don't make a good impression, Rodney. You just came off not only as if you're lying, but as if you don't care. Her parents are sitting in that courtroom. I saw the jury looking at them. I saw the jury looking at you. They are looking at you with contempt. Now you need to get your mind off your penis and start thinking about your neck, because in my professional opinion, you are looking at murder 1. Life in prison. Try to get that.
Preliminary forensics puts you between Lindsay and O'Malley.
I didn't deny that, did you?
I didn't even talk about where you were.
They also show he wasn't moving forward.
Are they going to file?
They're giving us no indication, but if it looks that way, I'd like to surrender you down there. The press is all over our building.
How could they make a case? The guy was a cannibal.
The sticking point is he wasn't armed.
Rebecca, this tape came for you.
What tape?
There was no note. It was just delivered. Should I pop it in?
My name is Nancy Connell. I'm being held. The date is May 10th, 2002. Here's a copy of today's paper. Please help me. Please. Please.
Who was that?
It's the victim from my murder trial.
Victim? She's alive.
I see that, Lucy.
Lindsay Dole?
Let us surrender.
I wish I could. Walsh ordered me to take her here.
Oh, come on!
Please place your hands behind your back.
Bobby.
I'm coming with you. Lindsay Dole, you're under arrest for the murder of Lawrence O'Malley. You have the right to remain silent.
You say absolutely nothing. All talking stops. I need to take care of a few things here, and I'll be down there.
One will be appointed to you. Do you understand these rights as I read them to you?
The date is May 10th, 2002. Here's a copy of today's paper. Please help me.
This came to you when?
Either late last night or early this morning. Left at the door.
And you don't know who delivered it?
No. Obviously, you have to dismiss Helen. There's been no murder.
I'll show it to the parents to confirm it's her. Have you talked to your client yet?
He hasn't arrived from jail yet. The transport's due. What? Now?
All right, when he gets here, tell him the murder charges will be dropped. He'll be rearrested for kidnapping, and I'm adding a torture charge, looking at the same life sentence. I'll drop the torture charge if he tells us where she is. Rebecca. How is she?
How would you be?
Commonwealth versus Lindsay Dole, murder in the second degree.
Eugene Young, for the defendant, we waive reading, enter a plea of not guilty, and ask that the defendant be released on her own recognizance.
Kenneth Walsh for the Commonwealth. We do not oppose bail, but we would seek to have the firm of Donald Young disqualified from representing the defendant. They are potential witnesses.
The only potential witness would be Robert Donald, who cannot be forced to testify against his wife.
Is counsel representing to the court that Mr. Donald will not testify?
We are making no representations to the court.
In which case, I renew my motion to have this firm disqualified.
Any such motion would be premature at an arraignment. I'd ask the court to give Ms. Dole time to weigh how she wants to proceed.
I won't rule for now. But, Mr. Young, I highly recommend another firm.
We'd also be seeking an immediate trial date. Ms. Dole is a respected lawyer in the community, and we do not want these baseless charges hanging over her in perpetuity.
Commonwealth can be ready in a month.
Trial date is set for June 23rd. Anything else? The defendant is released on $200,000 bail. Adjourned.
Get her out the back.
Don't they have to let me go?
No, they're filing kidnapping charges.
Hold on. I maybe never went to no law school.
Funny, I thought you did.
But my friends say that kidnapping would be what they call a lesser included offense, which double jeopardy counts for that, too.
The kidnapping is ongoing, Rodney. They can file for as long as you have her.
Well, I don't have her.
Then who does?
How do I know? Maybe the man with the hammer came back.
Well, it's unfortunate you don't have her because she's your only ticket out. You are facing kidnapping and torture. You're looking at life, and they will get you on it.
Oh, really? Gee, and you've been so encouraging up till now. You listen to me. It's time for you to get on my side.
Fire me anytime.
The deal is this. I walk free and clear, or I don't help with that girl.
They're not going to let you out.
Well, you know what? I can survive prison. I can live there just fine. Now, where Nancy Connell is, who knows whether she can live fine or not? Or for how long?
The hurdle we face is whether the judge will even allow us to argue self-defense.
What?
This is just like the Pearson case, Lindsay.
That was a wrong ruling.
Even so, we need to brief it and prepare, because if we can't argue justifiable use of force, that leaves us with diminished capacity.
What about mistaken self-defense?
That helps with the first gunshot, but the second two, I'm more comfortable with diminished capacity. The fact that you can't remember pulling the trigger, what did the doctor call it?
Psychological amnesia.
That may be the way to go.
We need to start lining up and preparing our medical testimony now. We should also hire our own forensics team. If we could at least make the argument that he was leaning towards you, that'll help. Bobby, wait. Before you go, I don't see how you don't testify. The jury will wonder if you don't.
Which means we might get bounced off the case.
We need to prepare a list of lawyers who we think can handle this.
I want us doing it.
We may not be allowed to do it.
Let's fight that one first. I want us doing this case. We'll get through this.
We? I'm the one they arrested, Bobby. I didn't see you wearing handcuffs today.
You don't think this involves me, Lindsay?
Not enough it doesn't.
What does that mean?
It means I feel alone, Bobby. Like I'm always... I was alone when I got stabbed, then Hinks, now here. I don't feel like you're ever with me, Bobby, that you understand what I'm going through, or that you care to, and this is too much for me to take on alone. I'm sick of it!
You know what I'm sick of? I'm sick of you isolating yourself only to declare you're alone. Let me tell you something, Lindsay.
Get out!
You acted alone here. You pulled that trigger alone. And now my son is faced with losing his mother.
Get the hell out!
You don't think I'm in this?
Leave me alone!
Fine, be alone.
He says if he's not given his freedom, he won't reveal where Nancy Connell is. Helen, I believe him.
I can't let him walk.
Is it considered privileged who his friends are? Look, somebody has her. Somebody made that tape. I've heard him speak of this one friend he has, only friend I'm aware he has.
If it's an ongoing case, you have discretion to blow the privilege. What's his name? Rebecca. She could be dying.
Walter Errol. This is his address. If that favor is to count for anything, Helen, Please let it count for Lindsay.
Personally, I think it is a mistake for you to represent her.
It wouldn't be me.
I mean your firm, Bobby. You're too close, let alone all the conflicts.
Name another lawyer who would be better.
Something tells me that isn't what you came here to discuss.
No. Remember when you came to see Lindsay and me about possibly entrapping O'Malley or getting him committed civilly? Lindsay said something at the end of the meeting I'm not sure you'd even remember.
If he resists, shoot him.
You remember?
Actually, I forgot.
Have you told anybody what you forgot?
No. Helen Gamble. What?
Dead?
They showed up at his apartment. Evidently, he pulled a gun on them. The police opened fire. He was killed almost instantly.
You were only supposed to question him.
Rebecca.
You just shoot him?
He pulled a gun on them.
Oh, my God.
Look, the media is onto the connection with Nancy Connell. I will talk to the parents about that, but bottom line, your client is back to being the only one with information on where she might be.
Like he's really gonna help now. He had one friend in life. You shot him.
I want to meet with him.
It won't do any good, Helen.
I have nothing to lose.
There they are.
Mr. Donald,
The only reason Mr. Young wants his firm to represent the defendant is because it curtails our investigation.
Not true.
There are people we'd like to interview at Donald Young, and now we're cut off because...
You already interviewed Bobby Dunn.
There are others.
Look, we're not going to impede the investigation, but Lindsay Doe should be able to have the lawyer she wants. Her life is on the line. The benefit of the doubt has to cut in favor of the defendant here.
Who else do you want to talk to?
Everybody. They were with her all day long. They may be able to inform on her state of mind.
Mr. Young, if I'm to allow you to represent her, you can't use that as a shield. You're to make available everybody in your firm.
We will.
Ms. Dole, you're sure you want your own people defending you here?
Yes, Your Honor.
Very well. Do we have anything else?
We do. We'd like to enter our defense.
I would ask the court to deny self-defense since there's no basis.
Why don't you calm down and hear what we have to say first? We're not going self-defense, Your Honor. We're pleading not guilty, relying on battered woman syndrome.
What?
We so enter it for the record.
Get out of my face.
I'm in your face, Rodney, and I'm gonna stay in your face until you tell us where Nancy Connell is.
Hey, you're the murderer. I haven't...
You tell us where she is, you eventually get released.
Get this bitch out of here.
I just issued this little press release, and I let it slip that you're a suspected pedophile. That'll crimp the quality of life, won't it, Rodney? How long you think you'll live in prison now?
You can't do this. You can't hang no molester jacket on me.
I already did. I put a clock on you. You're a dead man, Rodney.
She can't do that, can she? Just say I'm a pedophile?
Well, what are you going to do, sue her for defamation of character? Tell her where the girl is, Rodney. I'll make the best deal I can.
How'd they know about Walter? You told them, didn't you?
No, I didn't.
Well, let me tell you, Rebecca. You just made me more valuable. Besides me, Walter was the only person who knew her whereabouts. They need me now, or that girl dies.
Rodney.
You get me out of here, Rebecca.
Guard.
You had him killed.
Guard.
You had him killed. You make that deal. I know you had him killed. I'm saying nothing, Rebecca. You make that deal. You hear me? You make that deal.
When I was up on murder, did I take it out on you? You gotta know I'm here for you. I'm right here. No matter what. You gotta know that.
I do. I'm scared. I've been in such disbelief, saying they've got no case. But what terrifies me, I think they do.
We're not going to lose.
The day you hired me, you said never promise a result to a client.
I'm promising this. We're not going to lose.
Jimmy and Beck are going to interview and prepare the doctors. They'll handle the expert testimony. I'll run sort of a command center here. I'll probably put Bobby on ballistics. I'll do forensics.
Okay.
I want you to try the case.
Okay.
What's up? Helen, what's wrong?
Rodney Edsel was stabbed 40 minutes ago. He's dead.
Just like that?
I'm sorry. I never...
What happens now?
I don't know. I'm still getting the details. When I learn more, I'll let you know.
Okay.
Here's a copy of today's paper. Please help me. Please. Please.
Tonight, high courtroom drama. With us now in Boston is Eleanor Frutt, attorney for Lindsay Dole.
Good evening, Larry.
Ms. Frutt, your client shoots a former client, and she's raised battered woman syndrome as a defense.
That's correct. We typically think of a battered woman as a wife, with the batterer being the husband. But the syndrome is not confined to domestic relationships.
Okay, but how did Lawrence O'Malley batter her?
Well, without getting into the details of our defense, he threatened to kill her. My client was in reasonable fear for her life at the time Mr. O'Malley showed up.
And this is different from self-defense. How?
Self-defense would be an objective standard. Was it reasonable for the defendant to use deadly force? Here, it's more of a subjective test. Was it reasonable for Lindsay Dole, in her particular mental state, to use force? And this is where battered woman syndrome applies.
No love lost between you and the district attorney.
Kenneth Walsh is a fine prosecutor, but he typically lets his thirst for vengeance color his actions, and he's doing so here.
It's a deliberate attempt to contaminate the jury. I want her gagged right now.
Let's add free speech to the list of things you hate.
That wasn't free speech, Eleanor.
Mr. Walsh, I am loath to issue gag orders. And if I might share with you an inside tip, the book on you is, you're less effective in the room when angry. And I would guess Miss Frutt is attempting to get you in that state. And you might be best served by ignoring her out-of-court antics.
When those antics are for the purpose of influencing the jury.
I will watch the tape and decide if she went too far. Now, as a warning to both of you, keep it professional.
You know, I'm tired of your piss-ass crap. I'm tired of your firm's piss-ass crap. You made a big mistake, Eleanor, and your client's gonna pay for it for the rest of her life, you piss-ass, scum-crap, dirt bastard.
You seem mad.
We've got a problem.
What?
Walsh just filed a last-minute motion. He wants an unavailable witness instruction given to the jury.
Who's the unavailable witness?
Bobby.
We have to prove guilt beyond all reasonable doubt. That's our burden. Certainly Bobby Donnell has the right not to testify. But if he exercises that right, the jury should know it's not the prosecution's fault for failing to produce a single witness.
That's not what he's trying to do. He's waving a flag for the jury. Hey, Bobby Donnell's not talking. He must be hiding something.
What's your proposed instruction, Mr. Walsh?
Mr. Donnell was present during the shooting. The defense, but not the prosecution, could have called Mr. Donnell as a witness. They did not do so. You may infer that had Mr. Donnell been called, he would have given testimony unfavorable to Miss Dole.
That is outrageous. It renders spousal privilege meaningless.
Mr. Young.
He brought this motion for them, the media. He wants it in print that Bobby Donnell had something to hide.
If I wanted to talk to the media, I would have went right to the morning news shows like you people.
All right. Mr. Young, Bobby Donnell is on your witness list. If you plan to call him, this motion is moot.
We shouldn't have to declare our hand now. It's our right to call him. It's our right not to.
You're not the only one with rights. Bobby Donnell was the only one in the room. If he doesn't want to testify, fine. But the jury shouldn't punish the Commonwealth for his unavailability.
Mr. Walsh, your motion is denied. We are adjourned until 1 o'clock, at which point trial will start. Come back here with evidence. Leave the nonsense at the door.
Both sides are expected to open today. Tomorrow, the prosecution will call its first witness.
What's that?
Okay.
Bobby, something to think about. The motion they just brought, it may have been just for the press, but Walsh could have had another motive.
Which is?
To force you to take the stand. If they got that instruction, we would have no choice but to call you, and it makes me nervous that he wants you up there.
Or he wants us to think that so I don't testify.
Shouldn't we go?
I'm staying here with Rebecca. You'll look more sympathetic, Lindsay, without an army.
We went over this, Eugene.
I know. I'm just going over it again.
Why?
Because I want so much to be in that room, and I want you to know that. We all love you. Every one of us. And whether we're here or in there, we're with you. And we're ready for this.
I'm going to let you in on a little secret. I'm glad Lawrence O'Malley took 3 in the chest. The man, as you'll hear, was an accused murderer, a cannibal. The politically correct term for him would be damaged. And a part of me thinks Lindsay Dole did us all a favor. I would have liked to have shot him. But I wouldn't have. Nor would any of you, because we have a law against revenge killings. There are rules against firing 3 bullets point blank into an unarmed man. It's called murder. The evidence will show that the defendant executed Lawrence O'Malley. Simple as that. She just shot him dead in cold blood. As viscerally satisfying as it may be, this was first-degree homicide. It was murder.
Lindsay Dole doesn't even remember shooting Lawrence O'Malley. That moment is completely blacked out. And the evidence will show that her brain quite likely went black before she pulled the trigger. 3 years ago, Lindsay Dole was stabbed 3 times by a client. She nearly died. Last year, she was stalked and threatened by a serial killer who was also a client. Here, after defending Lawrence O'Malley for multiple killings, she was stalked by him. He threatened to kill her. He showed up at her door in violation of a restraining order, entered her house, and this time, Lindsay snapped. All of those clients came back into her head. They were all personified by Lawrence O'Malley standing in her house, threatening to kill her, and this time she just snapped. By the way, if Lindsay hadn't snapped, she'd be dead now. No question.
You were representing the victim.
Yes. The defendant was trying to have Mr. O'Malley civilly committed. I was acting as Mr. O'Malley's counsel.
What was the disposition of that motion?
The petition was denied. Mr. O'Malley was not committed.
And Miss McConicle, what happened after the judge made her ruling?
Well, Ms. Dole was not happy with the outcome. She then approached Mr. O'Malley.
Did she do or say anything?
Yes. She said to him, "Come near me, I'll kill you."
Thank you.
You said my client brought the motion to have Mr. O'Malley committed. Wasn't that motion brought by the Commonwealth of Massachusetts?
Your client is close friends with Helen Gamble, a district attorney.
Who brought the motion, Miss McGonigal? Lindsay Dole or the Commonwealth of Massachusetts?
Technically, the state.
Did Mr. Walsh ask you to leave that part out?
Objection.
Sustained.
You testified that my client was not happy by the ruling. She was a little more than not happy, wasn't she?
Well...
She jumped up in court and called the judge crazy. Did you not hear that?
I heard it.
As far as courtroom decorum goes, she was out of control, wasn't she?
I'm not going to have you put the words out of control in my mouth, counsel.
Did it get to a point where the judge had to threaten Miss Dole with contempt?
That's an interpretation. The judge never used the word contempt.
I see. So it would be your interpretation that Lindsay was not happy?
Yes.
Thank you. By the way, in your opposition to Mr. O'Malley's commitment, you argued that instead of incarceration, Mr. O'Malley should receive treatment, did you not?
Yes.
And as one vested in safeguarding his interests, did you take any steps to see to it that he got that treatment?
I was vested in safeguarding his legal interests.
You stood before the court, opposed to his being committed, said, let's get him treatment. And after the ruling, you just said goodbye, doing nothing to help him get the treatment? Is it because you really didn't think he needed the treatment, or that you just couldn't be bothered?
Objection.
No, I am sorry, but I will not conceal my disgust here. Mr. O'Malley might not be dead had this witness done her job. You kept him on the street, you took your fee, and you
Objection.
did nothing.
Miss Front!
Well, at least you make for a great witness.
Miss Front, you are one remark away from a jail cell.
Did I go too far?
I don't think so. We had to pop her. She took a side. We had to pop her.
Who's up next?
They go to forensics now.
The blood spatter evidence shows the victim to be here, approximately 15 feet from the shooter. Mr. Donald would have been here.
You can tell that from?
The blood spatter on his clothing.
So he would have been between the victim and the defendant?
Correct.
Any blood on Miss Dole's clothing?
No, she was too far away.
And Mr. Ilitch, were you able to determine if Mr. O'Malley was moving at the time he was shot?
He was either standing still or moving backwards.
How can you tell that, sir?
The trajectory of the wounds. Also, if he'd been moving forward at all, his momentum likely would have caused him to fall face down. He was found on his back.
Is it your testimony that it would be impossible for the victim to have been moving forward at the time he was shot?
Not impossible. I'm speaking in likelihoods.
I'm looking at the positioning here. Bobby Donald was close to being in the line of fire, wasn't he?
Well, no. He was off to the side, so the line of fire...
Well, he was between the shooter and the victim. Not exactly a safe place to be, is it, Mr. Ilitch?
No.
And yet, his wife fired. Did it make you wonder whether she had just snapped?
Objection.
I'm only asking if the expert crime analyst wondered.
I'll allow it.
Did you wonder?
I just analyze bloodstain patterns. I don't get into mental states.
You're up here to convince the jury that the victim wasn't moving forward. The only relevance of that, I'd assume, goes to whether Lindsay thought she was in danger. That goes to her mental state, does it not?
Indirectly, yes.
Indirectly. Mr. Ilitch, can you make a representation here as to Miss Dole's mental state or not?
I'm not going to make any such representation.
Thank you.
Yes, it is an emergency. There's an intruder in my house.
Where is he?
His name is Lawrence O'Malley. He's here in violation of a restraining order. He's dangerous, and I need for you to send somebody now. The address is 1312 Beacon Street, apartment 4.
Mr. Forbes, in the background, we can hear other voices.
Yes, those voices were identified as belonging to Mr. Donald and the victim, Lawrence O'Malley.
Were you able to detect what they were saying?
Yes. We were able to both isolate and enhance their conversation.
Okay.
Yes, it is an emergency. There's an intruder in my house.
What's wrong? I promise I'm not here to cause anybody any harm. I just need to talk to her, please.
That's when she hung up?
Thank you, Mr. Forbes.
You have no idea what transpired after she hung up.
Well, I know she shot him.
Yes, between the time she hung up and she fired, you don't know what was said or what happened, correct?
Correct.
The defense is expected to begin tomorrow with their psychiatric evidence. Dr. Emily Fink is up first. She's considered to be one of the nation's leading authorities on battered woman syndrome.
Eleanor, you're doing great. You haven't really asked for my advice, but could I give you some? Lindsay killed an unarmed man. Science cannot explain that. Only Lindsay can. Battered woman syndrome, that's your device. It entitles the jury to set her free if they want to. They won't want to unless they hear from Lindsay. And Bobby, too.
Eugene thinks Walsh is gunning for Bobby.
He may be. Look, I know you guys know this, but the burden of proof isn't on the prosecution here. The burden of an excuse is on you.
People mistakenly associate battered woman syndrome with revenge. It isn't that.
What is it, Doctor?
Well, mostly, it's an extreme stress disorder. It's a mental disorder, which can cause the sufferer to lose mental control over his or her actions.
Did you examine Lindsay Dole, Doctor?
Yes, I did. This woman was the victim of repeated abuse, the abusers being her own clients. She had buried a lot of fear. She had been in denial. In reality, she had no coping mechanisms with which to handle Mr. O'Malley's threats.
At the moment she shot him,
she doesn't remember it. She suffers from a psychological amnesia. She's walled it off from herself as a way of psychologically protecting herself.
You say you examined Lindsay Dole. For how long?
Several hours.
And before this examination, how long had you known Miss Dole?
I didn't know her.
Is it your testimony Miss Dole didn't know what she was doing when she pulled that trigger?
My testimony is, given her history of abuse, her fear or apprehension was reasonable.
But she likely knew what she was doing.
I don't know whether she did or didn't. Nor does she, because she's blocked it out.
Yes, the psychological amnesia. Have you ever known extreme guilt to trigger this kind of amnesia?
Yes.
In fact, my experts tell me psychological amnesia would be more common in people who commit murder than people who act in self-defense.
Each case is different, and really...
I appreciate that, but statistically, what's the more common cause of psychological amnesia? Murder or justified self-defense?
Murder.
Thank you, Doctor.
I'm gonna go next, and then we'll finish with you.
Okay.
We need to study the transcripts of our statement.
I've studied it.
It's a good idea to go over it again. We don't want to get caught in so much as a discrepancy.
I've studied it, Bobby. They're not gonna catch me. Study yours.
It's going very well. You do know that.
I do.
I'm going to study my statement.
Good.
I consider myself friends with both Lindsay and Bobby. Between the two of them, I think Bobby is more likely to kill somebody.
Why are they even talking to me?
Not saying he did it. I just know he's gallant. And that he'd take the fall for his wife if necessary. I just have my doubts. Reasonable doubts. I hope that helps.
She started to unravel even during the trial.
When you say unravel...
She started having emotional tantrums to the point where she said she wanted to lose the trial.
The trial in which you were defending Lawrence O'Malley.
Yes. He kept staring at her in court, saying how he'd take her to heaven, and she started to come undone. We were all worried about her.
At some point, you took out a restraining order against this man.
Yes, but it didn't matter. He just kept coming.
Turning your attention back to the night in question, can you please tell us what happened?
I was in the bedroom. I heard Lindsay scream for me. I came running out. There he was.
O'Malley?
Yes. I asked him to leave. He wouldn't. I threatened to throw him out. And then he just turned.
He turned?
He was a paranoid schizophrenic who suffered from psychotic breaks. And it looked like he was becoming psychotic here. Then he looked at Lindsay and told her she was in danger. Told her the other man was coming for her.
What did you do?
I kept asking him to leave. I didn't want to antagonize him because I knew that's what makes him snap. But it was as if he didn't even hear me. He had this crazed look like he was just going to explode or something. And then he threatened her again. And she just shot the gun. I looked at her. She had this vacant, dazed expression as she fired. She put the gun down, and then she went to her room.
And what did you do?
I called the police. And then I went in to check on Lindsay. She didn't even know what happened. She didn't know she had shot him. It seemed like she was just gone.
Thank you.
You said your wife started to unravel during the O'Malley trial.
Yes.
When?
Well, it happened almost immediately. He called her Clarice and made his obsession known from the beginning.
But your wife didn't beg off. She continued to interact with him and be his lawyer.
Yes.
In fact, you even had your wife handle Mr. O'Malley's direct testimony.
That was a strategic decision.
Your wife is becoming unglued? But for the sake of getting this cannibal off, best to let her keep going.
At the point Lindsay did her direct, she was still basically okay. It was after that she really started to suffer.
Did you get her to a doctor?
I was planning to.
You were planning to? You wouldn't be lying now to help save your wife, would you, Mr. Donnell?
Objection.
Overruled. I'm not lying.
After she shot the man, you said you saw a dazed, vacant look in her eyes.
Yes.
Did you tell the police this?
The police never asked what she looked like.
Isn't it true, after witnessing the event, you knew your wife had committed murder?
That is not true.
There's a gunshot victim?
Yes. We need an ambulance right away at 1312 Beacon.
And who shot the man?
A man has been shot. Please get an ambulance to 1312 Beacon.
When the operator asked you who shot the man, why didn't you just tell her?
It wasn't necessary to tell her.
Wasn't necessary. So a man is lying on your floor with 3 gunshot wounds, and you're deciding what is or isn't necessary to tell the police operator. You called the police. Call anybody else?
I called Eugene Young.
A lawyer?
A colleague and friend.
In fact, you huddled with Mr. Young, Miss Frutt, another colleague and friend, Mr. Berluti over there, another colleague and friend, and after the huddle, did you tell the police what happened?
Objection. This goes to privileged.
I'm not asking what the colleagues and friends talked about. I'm asking whether he talked to the police that night.
The objection is overruled.
Did you tell the police what happened?
My wife had to get to a hospital.
Did you tell the police?
I had to be with my wife.
Did you consider yourself suspects?
We talked to the police the next day.
The next day, your lawyers organized a meeting at your offices under your control where the police could ask questions.
Yes.
Mr. Donnell, we've heard testimony of another client who terrorized your wife, a man by the name of William Hanks. What happened to him?
He was killed.
He was murdered. By a man you did business with, correct?
By a man I used to represent.
You had a conversation with this man. This man then murdered Mr. Hanks. And you were arrested for conspiracy to commit murder.
I was acquitted.
I smell a pattern. Threaten Lindsay Dole, you get killed.
Objection!
Sustained.
What happened?
Bobby got picked apart while Eleanor sat on her hands.
It didn't go that bad. The direct was fine.
It sucked, Jimmy, okay? It looked like we had something to hide. Bobby played it like we had something to hide. They introduced the Hinks case, which should have been objected to as a prior bad act.
Bobby's not the defendant.
You should have been jumping up and down.
Well, I'm ready to jump now, Lindsay.
All right.
No, what do you want from us?
Shut it down, Eleanor.
What I can't get by is in that room. In that room, when you all...
What room?
My bedroom. When... You all came, and instinctively, you looked at this as a murder. You all powwowed with strategy. Because you were at a murder scene. None of you have ever looked at this as self-defense or battered woman. And you're doing everything you can to get me acquitted, and I am just so grateful I am, but in your eyes, your minds, I committed a crime. And maybe in mine, too. He had no weapon. He wasn't even moving, and he was just standing there, talking, and I just shot him. I just killed him.
It's okay if you get emotional. That won't hurt you. It's important to talk about how you feel.
Okay.
Obviously, you can't say some of the things you said yesterday.
Okay.
Look at me. None of us think of you as a murderer. Because you're not. The lawyer part of ourselves kicked in that night because that's who and what we are. But nobody in this office thinks what happened that night was murder.
Okay.
You snapped. I was there. I saw it. You snapped.
Okay.
You say it all started to come back. Can you tell the jury what came back?
First Hinks. Because Hinks tried to kill me, too. Hinks stalked me. It was first Hinks. It was Hinks first, then Vogelman.
Vogelman?
George Vogelman. He was a client. He stabbed me. He was a client. His name was George, and he was a client. He stabbed me. 3 times.
And Mr. O'Malley brought memories of these men back.
First Hinks, then Vogelman. 3 times.
Lindsay, did you ever see a doctor or a therapist to help you deal with the trauma over Hinks and Vogelman?
I did for a while, but then I had to be okay, so I was okay. I had to be okay.
Why did you have to be okay?
Because I'm not a victim. I can't be a victim. That's why I opened the door.
What door?
My door. When he came, O'Malley, I knew it was probably him, but I opened my door anyway. I wasn't going to be a victim. It was my house.
And after you opened the door?
I killed him.
What happened before you killed him?
He was there to kill me. He came to take me to heaven. That's why He came to take me to heaven.
And you perceived what he meant was?
He was about to kill me. He said, "I am taking you to heaven, just like..." That's why I said it. I told him, "You go on ahead without me," and then I shot him 3 times, just like Vogelman, 3 times. I was afraid he'd kill me. O'Malley, Vogelman did try to kill me. He stabbed me. O'Malley stabbed too. That's how he killed his victims. I wasn't gonna let him eat me.
I have nothing further.
After he said, "I'm going to take you to heaven," you said, "You go on ahead without me?"
Yes.
And then you shot him.
Yes.
3 times?
Yes.
Thank you. Nothing further.
I don't think actually she hurt herself. She seems on the verge.
She is.
You want me to try for a plea? They're not offering, but I think...
Jimmy thinks we didn't get hurt.
You go on ahead without me? Walsh is going to be ringing that like the Liberty Bell.
She looked nuts, which is okay for the jury to see.
You ready to close?
Am I ready? I stayed up all night getting ready. The answer is... I have no idea if I'm ready.
You need to come through here, Eleanor. You need to close big.
It's different than it used to be. Defense attorneys, prosecutors, we used to be the advocates that stayed out of the fray. And though we interacted with murderers every day, we were off limits. Now, it's different. Death threats are made against district attorneys. Defendants attack their own lawyers. Lindsay Dole's life was threatened 3 times by clients. Stalked, stabbed, terrorized. She is a victim of abuse, and you saw firsthand the mental effects during her testimony. Mr. Walsh began this trial with the presumption he never would have fired the gun, and neither would any of you. First off, really? A serial killer who strikes so fast and unexpectedly that has to be handcuffed and muzzled at his own trial shows up at your house threatening to kill you. Are we really sure none of us would have fired? Secondly, neither Mr. Walsh's state of mind nor yours is an issue here. It's Lindsay Dole's. As a sufferer of battered woman syndrome, as a victim of past threats from clients, attempts on her life, being stabbed, her mental state was in a much more fragile place. She was ready to snap even before he rang that doorbell. Since this whole thing turns on Lindsay's state of mind, we put her on the stand in hopes that you would get to know her a little. Because to know her is to be convinced of her innocence. But you didn't get to see Lindsay today. You got to see a battered woman squeezing her hands, still in trauma, determined not to be the victim she very much is. When you go back into that room, it is okay to ask yourself, what is the moral thing to do here? It isn't putting Lindsay Dole in jail. Please return a finding of not guilty. Thank you.
I still get moved to hear lawyers speak passionately about their clients. Somebody asked me once, don't you wish prosecutors got to have clients? Somebody to fight for? Well, we do. You, people, are my clients. The general public. That's who I get to fight for. And as much compassion as I feel for Lindsay Dole, and I do feel it, this was an act of vigilantism. Vengeance. She threatened earlier in the day to kill him. She got herself a gun, and she did kill him. He was not moving toward her. There was no evidence that he yelled, made any aggressive gesture or movement toward her. He said he would take her to heaven, and she shot him 3 times. The phone calls. Her voice was calm, composed. Bobby Donnell's phone call clearly demonstrated he knew his wife was culpable. He refused to identify her as the shooter. Why would he do that if he thought the shooting was justified? Why the immediate assembly of lawyers? The refusal to speak to police? This is consistent with the behavior of guilty people. Are these people above the law? If you decide they are, the general public isn't served. If we're to say cold-blooded homicides are okay so long as there's been a pattern of past abuse, the general public isn't served. He was unarmed. He was standing 15 feet away, standing still. And she said to him, "You go on ahead without me," and shot him 3 times. Now, as much as the defense would like you to focus on who and what Lindsay Dole is, this trial isn't about that. It's about what she did. And what she did was murder. If you condone that, or even excuse it, the general public isn't served. The law isn't served. And I'm sorry, Miss Frutt, but neither is morality.
Can I say one thing? I'm sorry I got upset at you yesterday, Eleanor. I think you tried an amazing case. Thank you. I'm grateful to all of you. And I'm also so sorry that I put the firm... I'm grateful, and I'm sorry. That's what I want to say.
the defendant please rise? Madam Foreperson, the jury has reached a unanimous verdict?
We have, Your Honor.
What say you?
Commonwealth versus Lindsay Dole on the count of murder in the first degree. We find the defendant, Lindsay Dole, guilty.
Bailiff, take the defendant into custody. Ladies and gentlemen of the jury, thank you for your service. You're now dismissed. This matter is adjourned.